Hi there, so quick update. I was just watching some YouTube videos of a person, a girl, daily life, and yeah, it just started to make me think. It made me think that I don't have much discipline like right now. The last video that I made, I had no internet and I was struggling with the new job that I had, and now I I guess I'm really lucky, and maybe the universe heard my prayers or something, or my desperation. Not really prayers, but or maybe my internal prayers. But well, yeah, didn't have internet, and I was in the first week of a new job that I really wasn't good at, and it was making my confidence go to shit because the job was about taking calls and asking for information, and the feedback that I would always get was like, you need to be more confident in your calls and blah blah blah. And I knew that, but my brain, like my brain and anxiety couldn't handle that. I was trying really hard to work through that, but I was even started to stutter, and my numbers was affecting the numbers of the whole team, and it's a big team in that campaign. So I mean, not really really big, but bigger than the one that I'm right now. But yeah, basically I couldn't do it. I i was just in the mindset of I'm going to be fired, or I'm need to quit, because I don't want to keep affecting these other people, because it literally, if for example, if you don't make your weekly hours, you affect the whole team for them to be able to get a like a group bonus or something like that, because of everyone making their hours or reaching their hours or whatever. So yeah, good thing I'm here to show this beautiful. This is so cute. Like its eyes, her eyes are like a galaxy. You cannot really see it because the camera is really bad, but it looks cuter, right? So yes. mm, so yeah, in the next Monday, the internet came back next day. It did came back that day that I recorded that video, and I could still make like 3 hours or something, but it decided to not connect. It was like, this day is already over, I'll try tomorrow. So I did try on next day, and next day, I think it was Wednesday, but whatever. I tried the rest of the week and then the next Monday, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself back, or bring myself to connect again, because you can take breaks and whatever. You don't have like a specific schedule, so you can take breaks or your lunch hour whenever you want. But also there was like a specific, like, you supposedly had your um from 7 to 5 to make 7 hours, but it was not really that free, because during a specific schedules, you were gonna be able to get the information that you needed, right? So it wasn't that really like free as it sounded. So yeah, um yeah, it was Monday. I went back running in the morning with my sister, because I really needed it, because the previous week I didn't go running, not even one day, and I really needed it. And I thought that running was going to make me feel better with my anxiety about the job, and it didn't. I mean, while I was running it, I felt a little better, and after as well, but it was still in my brain, right? I was still fucking, my heart was beating out of my chest, and it's something that I did, and I'm not proud of it, but I drank like half a shot of alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. I don't like to drink alcohol. Not alone, not socially, because alone it makes me no. Alone it makes me depressed, and in social occasions, it makes me anxious. So I don't like to drink it. I had a moment where I drank too much, and since then, I don't even want to drink it by myself. I used to drink just by myself, like a seltzer or something, but now I don't even do that because it just makes me feel depressed and lonely. So yeah, I did drink like half a shot of alcohol to help me be a little less anxious, and it made me feel a little less anxious, but still I didn't even feel tipsy. It just made me feel a little less anxious. That's how much my anxiety was, I guess, and is, but not so much right now. So um yes, that's um and like at 10 a.m. that morning, the Wi-Fi of my mom's house failed again. So I was like, what the fuck is this? And earlier that day at like 9 a.m., my sister told me that our Wi-Fi in our house had come back. And I was like, great. So I went back to the house, to our house where I live, where I am right now. And I really hope you can hear much of the noise of the fan or whatnot. Um, but yeah, I went back, and basically I couldn't get myself back to the job again. I only made almost 3 hours that day, and I just talked with the supervisors that are not really supervisor, but they are actually supervisors with another name like team support or something like that, marketing it as there's no supervisors, like it's also free. But anyways, yeah, I just told him. He was not really that helpful. He was just like, okay, what are you doing? Like basically gaslighting me into thinking or making me feel like I was not doing enough and I wasn't trying hard enough. And then I had I talked with HR, and I told them that I wasn't going to connect for the rest of the day and that I was going to leave the team. And then she told me, it's a lady, right? A girl. And she said, can you give me 5 minutes? And we did a meeting, and she asked me like what was happening, if they could do something to help me. She was really kind, and then I wasn't expecting it, but I started crying. And yeah, because she asked like if there was something that I could do, that they could do to help me keep the role or something like that. And I just said, I didn't say yes or no, I just said that I just feel like it takes a specific kind of person to do that kind of job, because it's basically, it's not base it's not literally, but it's really like the kind of personality that a sales person has to have, right? They have to push people, or they have to, the kind of personality, right? You have gotten a sales call or someone in the store selling you something. When the person is good at sales, you to be able to do your job good, you don't have to care much about how the other person is feeling. If you are too empathetic, or if you're too thinking too much, like, I don't want to make uncomfortable, I don't want to make this person uncomfortable, and blah 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 blah, so many thoughts, right? You cannot do that kind of job, because you have to, the campaign that I was at, I had to ask people for information, bothering during their day. It was receptionists at medical offices. They are busy, they get, I don't know, annoying calls all day, I bet. And working in a medical field is stressing enough, so I didn't want it to bother and ask all of these questions. So I just said that, and I started crying, and I said sorry, and I turned off my microphone and my camera, and I cried. And then my voice was sounding like or like that when you cry, right? And I felt a little embarrassed, but I couldn't help it. So I just kept talking to the girl of HR, and this was not supposed to talk about all of this in so many details, but whatever. Yeah. um and she was like it's okay, it's understandable. um um she also said something like, oh, I understand it can be hard, but we need to learn how to manage these situations, or something like that. Kind of gaslighting me as well, kind of helping but not making me feel great. Also me, that I'm a little a little sensitive, and I take all of those kind of comments really close, really, how do you say it? Whatever, you understand, I guess. My English is shit. My vocabulary, anyways. So yeah, and then she asked if I was interested to see if there was another campaign for me, and I said sure. I wasn't expecting anything, or I was expecting a worse campaign because yeah. Anyways, I wasn't expecting anything, right? So I just said I'm basically unemployed now. I felt free, but also not. And then the same day I was told that there was a space for a research campaign, and basically, long story short, already really long, in that campaign of research, I thought it was going to be, oh yes, it's a research campaign, it sounds really easy. And now I've been almost a week in there. I started the day after I quit in the other campaign, and and I feel great. I mean, my anxiety is a lot less, but I've noticed aside from my anxiety, I'm lacking motivation. For example, I want and need to keep up with running or some kind of physical activity. Aside from, I've noticed that my ass is literally falling. I guess it's because of sitting in my ass so many hours. I'm 26. I just turned 26 last, like, this Wednesday. Today is Friday. I'm not in the age to have my ass fallen, and it is fallen. So I need to have discipline and work on my discipline to keep up with physical activity aside from just health, right? I'm crunchy. I don't have a lot of range of movement, so I need to work on that. And yeah, like right now I have my treadmill at home. Last year I would just say, oh, I wish I had a treadmill at home. I would walk like 30 minutes every day in the morning. It would be so good. When I don't want to go out and see people, I can just walk at home. And I don't do that. I've done that like 2 times maybe when I recently got the walker, the treadmill. And yeah, just I guess a quick update that I am feeling better about my anxiety, because yeah, my anxiety is my job is just doing research and putting information in an Excel document. Is fast paced, but you just log in basically and you're able to do it. I'm even able to clock out 1 hour early because I finished earlier, so that's great. And the pay check is the same, I think. So yeah, I really hope this campaign lasts for a long time. That is not something temporary that they just put me in for pity or something that I cried on the HR meeting. But yes, I guess that's it. I future me watching this. Get your ass up, stretch, jump the rope. Yes. Use your treadmill, even if it's just 15 fucking minutes walking or running or whatever you want. Go out to walk the dog. Do something. Future you is going to appreciate that. And yes, I got this little plushie. My mom gave it to me. Also, my sister gave me my favorite album from my favorite band, which is Strange from 21 Pilots. I mean, it's hard to choose a favorite album, but it's one of my favorites, or many of my favorites. I don't have one favorite, I have like 3. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to make an update.